The next topic, or rather the fourth topic, is empowering your mindset, cultivating resilience and growth. This is actually a tendency that is disappearing here in the 21st century. A lot of people think, oh, if I try this and it doesn't work, then I just have to quit, and that's not my calling. Did you know? Let me move close. Did you know that even in your calling, there are trials and tribulations? The moment you think you're going up to the top and you think you've reached the top, something will bring you down. So tell me, if when you were a baby and you were trying to walk, your mom said, no, leave him. Let him just stay there. He shouldn't try to rise up again. Let him just stay there because he can't walk. Leave him. He'll just be crawling for the rest of his life. Do you think you're going to start walking? Think of resilience in that way. The same thinking that your parents used when they wanted to see you walk is the same thinking you should be having every time you start on a journey on something. There will always be falling down and they'll always be getting up. It's like you grabbing your feet. And especially when you start something new, you'll be thinking, hey, no, I mean, this is just useless. If you see behind, I started the cleaning company. It went down. I had to reopen it. Then I started doing hair extensions and wigs. With time, I started doing clothes. These clothes you're seeing, they're just trials. It's just trial products. But you see, when the salon got its feet, then I said I should do something again. That's when I started the clothes. When the cleaning business had its own feet, where I have people going to do everything and I just have to find the clients and all that, then I started the salon, selling wigs and hair. We get back to the same thing that I was saying. It's called Kaizen in Japanese. How to eat an elephant. You take it in small bite sizes. When you've chewed and swallowed, then you take the next one. When you've chewed and swallowed, you take the next one. But there will be trials. There will be moments where you just think, am I in the wrong industry? Am I in a wrong country? You question yourself. You beat yourself down for even putting so much money into something that you want to try. But listen, that is all just part of the game. That is all just part of the game. You have to learn to be resilient. If you're not resilient, let me tell you what will happen. You will start 100 projects and you won't finish any. And you will not know the sweetness of what it is you would have lost. Let me tell you this story that I read actually from a book. A certain man owned a farm, a gold mine farm. He dug and dug for, I think it was 6 months. He couldn't find anything. Then he threw in a towel. Lack of resilience. Mindset. He was just thinking, I'm not finding it. I'm not finding it. Every time he went to work, he was complaining, maybe even today we won't find it. Mindset. And then he started losing hope. The resilience started dying off. That power he had in the beginning when he got the farm, it started dying off slowly. And the market will do that. Somebody will copy what you're doing, you feel competition, you get shaken, you stop. You do something else, somebody else picks it up and does it better than you, you get shaken, again you stop. Do you know what happened when he sold that farm? The next farmer, he literally went, 1 meter. The gold mine was open for him and it was just flowing with gold for him. 1 meter. 1 meter. It's the same with whatever it is you want to do. Just when you are feeling the pressure of, I cannot do this anymore, that is where the sweet spot is. There's always a lot more darkness before the light comes. It's always the darkest before dawn. It's always darkest before dawn. So if ever there's something that you've been fighting with and you thought, this will never work out, carry it on. Push it a little more. As long as you know that you wanted it, as long as you drew it on your vision board, as long as you say to yourself, you are going to do this thing, do it, just carry on. With time, something will unveil, something will give. Other people, maybe your competitors, those you called your competitors who went in to compete with you, maybe they'll drop off, then the market is all yours again. Think about that juicy spot. Think about that juicy spot. And you're back into business, nice. And you're back into business because they shut down. They were trying to dim your light by producing a lot of other things, just distracting the market and just making a lot of noise. Noise makers will be there. You can't stop them, and you shouldn't. But it's your job to understand this is what I want, and I'm going to see it to the very end. And stay on it. Stay on it. Stay in it. Even when it feels hard, stay in it. Unless it's like Nokia. You know what happened to Nokia? Literally, they were even being warned, we need to move with the times and whatever. If you're unable to discern times, then your resilience will just prove to be stupidity at the end of the day, because there's some things we have to be resilient with, yes, and they're just things where the time do not, you cannot, come on. How many people actually move with very big, how many people still have those big computers which are put in a big room where you have to get all your systems into and connect cables here and there? They're not there. We move around with, portable. Nokia refused to go mobile in another way on their software. And where are they? I can't remember the last time I saw a Nokia phone. iPhone just came. So you can be resilient, but also have some discernment. Understand when times have moved, so that you don't use your resilience on stupid things. So anyway, that was the fourth point. Now the last one, which is the fifth point, is the power of self-discovery, unleashing your potential for greatness. The power of self-discovery is actually an ongoing journey. No one can tell you that now you've reached your greatness. I think the day you know that you've reached your greatness is when you die. That's what I think, because we are always on self-discovery. Environments, the friends we change to, the way we travel, and all those things, they get to unveil different avenues in our minds. They get to open up for new ideas, new explorations, new adventures for us. And then you'll find out, I thought I knew everything, but actually I don't. So let me explore this new avenue. Let me explore this. Let me try this. Let me try this. At the end of the day, self-discovery is an ongoing journey. I guess the only time you really get there is the day that you die. So buckle up. It's gonna be a long life. But it's always important for us to remember that living in our greatness is the most paramount thing. It's like, how can I even put it? I think every day we wake up, we should try to think like this. I know not all days are Sundays. Sometimes we feel very low. We literally don't want to do anything. And sometimes we wake up in a mood that tells us, I love myself. I really am happy that I'm alive this very moment, as in this very experience. I am just happy that the prevalent situation is just happening to me and for me. As in, there are times when we are like that. But there are also times where we, no. But at every moment that we have, especially when we have to be of service to others and to ourselves, let's try to have this thought. If your boss or somebody you respect so much was watching what you were doing every moment, what would you do? Then you'd always perform better. You always be on top of your game. You always make the right decisions at the right time, any time that the decision is made. And if it's a wrong decision by any chance, you'll be able to say, by that moment, that's what I knew to be the best option for me. And by that moment, that was the best thing that I could do. And I'm happy that it was like that. So this is what I had to share on the topics that we are going to have for this Be Fruitful and Be Greatness channel. So we'll be diving into each one of them time after time, but we're also going to talk about how you can actually manage your finances for you to avoid this rat race where you're always running on this spin where you feel you don't have money at the end of the month, or your month end is longer than actually it should, and your money is always halfway the month end. All those things we're going to talk about, because I'm kind of the pro in this. I know right now there's a lot of things that you and that since we are on this channel together, there's a lot of things that you will know, personal things about me that I'll share with you here, because I love to be transparent and I love to share the truth and honesty, and I love to let people understand that whatever you're going through is not so unique. Other people have lived it and they've survived. Other people have lived it and they've died in it, and the choice is yours. So it's gonna be a nice, like we say in Danish, dejlig journey. It will be a very nice, a very great, a very special, and the Danish is cooking my mind. There will be a lot of things to learn, and I hope that you can come with contributions so that I can also be clever about some things that you are going through. And yeah, I just know that from 100 words that each one of us hears, there's something that you're going to criticize, there's something that you're going to say aha to, and there'll be something that you say okay, and there'll be things that you say yes, truth. So it's those things that I would really love if you could just go a little deeper and just say them out there in the comment section below, because that opens for dialogue. You know, a monologue is it's a beautiful thing to have. But I think a monologue, it can take you in one direction if it's only your thoughts that are running, or it can take you in that section where people start talking to themselves and they need a bit of medication. I don't want to go that way. Save me. Save me. Save me. So anyway, if you have any comments about what I've written here and whatever I've spoken about in this section, please throw in your comments, and I would love to respond to you. And if it's something that I cannot respond to, I will always find someone who is much clever than me who's going to help you and I to actually solve the issue that is there. I love arguments, because in arguments, people actually get to learn a thought that is hidden, because it's in the heat of the moment that actually most people get to speak exactly what they were thinking, than in a cosmetic setting where you have to think and rethink and rethink. No. Sometimes when it's in the heat of a moment, people just write exactly straight from the mind and let it come out, because sometimes it's coming actually from a place of truth, which is really innate to you. And those are some of the things that I would love to provoke through these discussions. So these are just reminders. There's nothing that I've said that probably you didn't know. Most of these things have been talked about, and if you've been on YouTube looking for something like this, then obviously you know one or two, three, 400 things that I've talked about. And I also know that when you subscribe to my channel, you know from the way you look at me that I'm a woman who's a philanthropist. That word, I think there's 100 words I can say in English. That one is not one of them. but I give to charity actually a lot, maybe too much, but I love it. It gives me a sense of love for humanity, a sense of love for nature. It also gives me a sense of responsibility for other human beings. So whenever you subscribe to this channel, I'd like you to also know that you're supporting the charity organizations for cancer and planting trees in Zambia, because I'm a part of those things, and also supporting the education system in third world countries which are not doing so fine. And yeah, that is in a nutshell Lydia Shobe Milimo with be fruitful and be greatness. Until next time, I'd like to wish you a very, very lovely time. Take care of yourselves. From me to you, hugs. Mwah.